Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'd like to welcome you here. Today I'm continuing with my A to Z. Excuse me, let me just grab a drink. This happens every time I start a video. What's up with that? Okay, I'll continue with my A to Z technique book. And what I have to share with you is a fun technique. This is called direct to paper stripes. Okay, so there we are. So, this says cut 5 strips of vellum cardstock, 3/4 by 8.5. It could be any width of your choice. Being we're working on a small little trading card this time, you know, I just kind of cut them a little smaller than that. Arrange over cardstock and adhere ends of strips with tape. Swipe ink pad directly across the paper until color is how you like it, and then remove from vellum strips. So it's easy enough, right? And here is the card. So look how fun that is. I added a little bit of Wink Stella, and here comes Dory. Come on, Dory. I'd like to see your buttocks here. Come on, Dory, keep it moving, honey. So, yeah, that's our technique that I'm going to try to demonstrate with you if my Dory will cooperate. Come on, Dory. I know you always want to steal the show. She is a show stealer, isn't she, people? Okay, so what I have here is just a piece of the chipboard. Okay, this is just chipboard from some of my designer series paper, glitter paper, something like that. And I have my little pieces of very vanilla cardstock. And this is cut at 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to place that on here. And I have my pieces of vellum. Let me get some new ones, because it looks like after I peeled those up, they curled a little bit. Okay. Come on, Dory. She's intrigued by these vellum strips. Now, I don't have tape, and I'm too lazy to go downstairs and find tape. So I'm going to try it with washi tape. I did a different washi tape before, and it held off. So just for a technique. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take your vellum strips and get some that are a little thinner, and you're going to place them over your piece of cardstock, like so. And they don't have to be straight. You want them to be, you know, a little bit crooked. They're all different widths that I have here. So yeah, I don't want them to be straight. I mean, if you have an issue with that, some people have an issue, you know, with things being straight. I understand. Okay, so I'm going to use some of this washi tape as soon as I find the ends. And I haven't used this one. Gee, I don't even know if I used this one at all. Sorry, I know I'm out of picture, but I'm trying to see. I went to the eye doctor last Monday, and I ordered new glasses. I was hoping they would be in already, but I have not gotten the phone call. So you want to put tape. I don't really recommend washi tape, but that's what I have here. So masking tape is fine, you know, any kind of tape. And you want to put it close to where your cardstock, or it would be your card front piece, is going to be. Pretty close, right? Oh, and then one thing that I did forget to tell you, what I did forget to do, you want to take one piece of vellum and, where's my glue? Oh, here it is. And actually, before you started, you probably should have done this. Put some adhesive on that. And, well, you want to put it on the underside of your piece of cardstock. That's going to give you a way to pull it in and out, okay, of your card. So there we go. Now let me move this, and then I'm going to show you some of the other ones that I did. Toss that. Okay, so what direct to paper means is literally taking your ink pad and locking it in place and just dragging it across. No matter what it is, cardstock or whatever. You drag it across, and that is your direct to paper. So you can use a sponge if you want to use a sponge. You want to use our sponge brayer, you can do that. But you just get a really cool technique by doing it this way. So here we go. And actually, this is big enough that the whole ink pad will fit. But you do want to kind of hold on to it. So you basically, let me do it this way here. I'm holding onto my cardstock and I'm just dragging my ink pad over. Now you're going lightly at first. You're starting off and ending off. And oops, I had a little movement there, which I don't want that to happen. But if it does, right? So you just drag it along however you want it, the color intensity to be. Let me turn this around. And yeah, I did have a little movement, but that's okay. It's for my sample book, right? All right. Well, I'm just going to say that looks good to me. How about that? Okay, let me flip it back around. Okay, so then when you pull it out, look at that fun technique. You have stripes on your paper, and I think that's really cool. So I'm going to peel off this piece of vellum, stick it on there for now. And you can wipe this off and you can reuse it over and over and over again. So I am going to be doing more technique cards for my book. So now, let me show you a few different ones. Here is one where it's really, really saturated. I mean, I really went really heavy on the ink. And here's one that's a little bit lighter. This was my first attempt. So one end is a little darker and one end is a little lighter. And then here's the one I have for the technique book. So you can see the varying colors that you can get by doing this. And the color I am using is one that sadly is going to be leaving us, our lemon lime twist. So we're doing the twist tonight with our stripes. Okay, so now let's decorate this up. So, okay, here we are. Put those aside. So being I had the washi tape out, this is our basic black one, and this one is still in the catalog. So I thought, let's utilize this before it probably is going to retire. So I'm just going to take a strip, put a strip on the back. You don't see much washi tape anymore, and I don't know what that's all about, but put 2 strips on the back. There we go. And you know what? Before I go any further, I'm going to glue this onto my back of my card because it's going to be sticking to my paper here, and it's just going to annoy me. So here we go. Look how fun that is. Look at that fun color. Isn't that fun? I love it. Okay, so we're going to take another piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and I am using Very Much Love Daisy Delight. And it has a coordinating punch as well. So, love it. So let's go ahead and we're going to use our Memento ink, and we're going to stamp our daisy. Like so. And then we have a stamp that has the center. Am I off camera? I feel like I'm like off camera. There's our center. Let me tip you a little bit. There we go. Okay. And while I have my ink out, I'm going to take the huge big thank you, which, let me try to reposition this. I should have left a little bit more room down here, but that's okay. Washi tape is repositionable. There we go. I'm going to take the big thank you and stamp that right at the bottom. Okay. Let me close this up because I think I'm done with that. All right, now I'm going to take my punch and I'll punch out my daisy. Now, if I was smart, I would have marked how this goes into the punch, because I did the last one, the sample one, and it was perfect. I mean, however I stamped it, it lined up perfectly. Oh, here we go. We're not too bad. All right, there we are. We'll save this because there's a little piece on the bottom there that I can use. And what I want to do then is I do have a sponge, and I just kind of want to sponge. I know daisies aren't really green, but perhaps this one hasn't quite bloomed yet. And I'm going to bring in my Wink of Stella. Give her a little squeeze. You always want to squeeze your Stella. Add a little zhuzh to her there. When you're doing these little technique cards, just that little bit little bit of Stella, kind of adds some fun. I'm going to use my glue dots, and I'm going to stick this on and put that on here. And then we have our little instruction sheet, and we will be good to go. So isn't this fun? I mean, can you just imagine all the different things you can do with this? You can add different colors. It would be a lot of fun. All right, let me make some room here. Let's get out our technique book and our direct-to-paper stripes. And look, we used this before. Using up some of it because before we know it, it'll be retired. But there'll be new ink colors because this is one of the ink colors that is going to be retiring. So let's go ahead and put that in our book. And there we are, direct-to-paper stripes. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you give it a try. If you do, be sure to head on over to my Facebook page and share what you create with this. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell where you can ring my bell and be notified every time I upload new videos. And the more you share, the more love and the more people will find me, and they will thank you, because stamping is such a fun hobby to do, a stress reliever, and I call it my craft therapy where there is no copays. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a super Stampin' night, and I'll see you back here again real soon. Bye for now.